Good evening, hello and welcome. You're watching CNN News 18. This is Nation at 5 with me, Poonam Burde. There's lots lined up for you on this edition, but let's get you started with some breaking news that's now coming in. And this is an update coming in from the moon. Remember, India is roving the moon. Our rover Pragyan is on the lunar surface. ISRO is now tweeting out details of what exactly is happening there. And I'm going to take you across to that latest update coming to the fore from ISRO. This is the tweet that has now been put out as far as the Chandrayaan 3 mission goes. Let's show you the images that ISRO has now put out. This is of the lunar surface. There is a path that has been retraced by the Chandrayaan 3 rover, which is Pragyan, and this is what the tweet says. This is what ISRO has now put out. They say that on the 27th of August, which is yesterday, the rover came across a 4-meter diameter crater. It positioned 3 meters ahead of its location. The rover was commanded to retrace the path. It is now safely heading on to a new path. So a little hurdle, so to say, as far as the lunar surface goes. And these are the images of that path that was first taken by Pragyan, the rover, eventually retraced back, and now these are the tracks that were left behind by Pragyan, the rover. Now we're back on track. We're back onto treading waters on the lunar surface, getting in information, feeding it back to Earth here at the ISRO Command Center. Ritu, my colleague, joining us, getting us more on this. Ritu, all's well, all's on track. A little hurdle, so to say, there as far as Pragyan's movement on the lunar surface is concerned, but we're back on track now.
Yes. So you see now the ISRO on the X platform, in fact, has said that this happened on August 27. So the rover came across a 4-meter diameter crater, positioned 3 meters ahead of its location. But yes, it was successfully retraced. It retraced its path, and now it is also safely heading on a new path. But we do know that there are so many craters on the moon, so it is going to be slightly challenging for the rover actually. But moreover, you see the confidence of the Indian Space Research Organization as well, that how things are this time being designed, and the confidence as well of the ISRO that doesn't matter how many hurdles will come on the way, this time the rover will be able to successfully collect all those elements and provide that crucial data, the information back to the command center here for them to study, and then later point keep it available for the world. And this is the important step of the ISRO, however. But yes, we know that, it's really not easy for the ISRO also to actually look into it, because they would have studied it a lot before even taking up this Chandrayaan 3 mission. They ensured this time that there shouldn't be any type of a flaws, because one, of course, the challenges to be said. So the one, of course, was that the soft landing, but now after successfully achieving that the soft landing on the south pole of the moon, though we do know that it's called as the dark side of the moon, doesn't matter how many challenges will come on the way. This time the rover has been trained well to actually face them and also safely get back to its path.
Absolutely. It's less than 1 week for the lander and the rover. Remember, the shelf life is 2 weeks. It's 14 days, which is 1 lunar day as far as both Vikram and Pragyan and their life on the moon is concerned. There's a lot more that needs to be delved into. We are getting updates, Ritu, coming in from ISRO, like this one that just came to the fore, talking about the lunar topsoil around the pole and the temperature profile and what we're really understanding from it. This is what Vikram lander, the payloads that were on Vikram lander, this is the data that has been fed through that payload back here to the command center. And it goes on to talk about how there is a controlled penetration mechanism that is capable of reaching a depth of 10 centimeters beneath the surface, and the probe is fitted with 10 individual temperature sensors. There is a graph that has been put forth by ISRO as well, going on to talk about the temperature on the lunar surface, what exactly it is right on top, and how much it is 10 centimeters below. These are the updates that periodically are coming to the fore from the ISRO Command Center as well, Ritu. And ISRO, they're really now looking to study what is coming day to day. Once that 14-day shelf life of both Vikram and Pragyan is over, that's when the real experimenting analysis will begin, so to say.
Yes, very true. So the rover, which actually landed on the moon, in fact rolled out on the moon's surface on the August 23rd, you see, has now important that it has been managed to traverse the lunar crater, which was in fact a depth. If we try and understand the depth of it, that what we are also given to understand, it is of almost 100 mm. So this is again achievement that one can see of the rover, but that is how it is designed this time. And also the ISRO being very confident of in the coming days as well how the ISRO will be able to achieve in fact, will be able to do all its activities, the significant analysis that it is supposed to, the significant information that is supposed to collect as well on the surface. But again, in the coming days, we will see more and more such interesting tweets from the ISRO, and also how that the command room will also be able to give us more interesting data of what exactly is taking place, because as you mentioned rightly about the soil, or for that matter about the temperature, how it changes, every after few meters, in fact. So that is again very important for the ISRO to study as well. So that's the significant study that the ISRO is doing with the Chandrayaan 3 right now.
Right, Ritu, thank you so much for getting us the latest on that. A report card coming to the fore from ISRO on an everyday basis, getting us more details of what lies under the lunar surface now, as we are looking into the soil, the elemental composition, and of course the temperature. For the moment though, Ritu, thank you so much. We are shifting focus now to more breaking news that's coming in.